Our officials today, Doug Sermons, Marquise Pettigrew, and the legendary Amy Bonner. Kind of a new lineup for the Rice Owls. This is only the third time they've had it. That starting five yet to win. Charlotte, this is their 19th or 20th time they've used this lineup. They're 11-8. Fielder can't come up with it. The Rice Owls will have it.
There's your first defensive stop for Rice. That'll be key to this game tonight. Rice has a couple of guys that can really fill it up from the three-point line here. And Carl Pierce and Travis Evie.
And those two were also high school teammates in Massachusetts. Turnover, Charlotte will have it. Charlotte coming in with a record of 17-13. Their 10 conference wins. Second time in the last 2 years they've been able to do that. And one thing Ron Sanchez did this season, he rebuilt his roster with experience. He wanted to re-inject joy, he said in the workouts. That is Ali Khalifa, the redshirt freshman from Alexandria, Virginia.
Just relentless down there. Just kept backing down Fiedler until he got far enough under the basket he could finally take a shot and was able to clean up his own mess there.
Well, he has been consistent. 3 field goals made each of the last 2 and 3 of the last 4. On the drive and the layup by Clyde Trapp. In talking to the coaching staff of Charlotte, they said if Clyde Trapp plays well, we will play well. Nothing against Jameer Young, but they really think Clyde Trapp is the motor.
And Trapp may have got away with it, getting his hand in the cookie jar there. Pierre rose up to shoot that shot and thought he was fouled. Had a conversation with the officials on the way down, as well as his coach, trying to explain to his coach why he just lost the ball.
Now Khalifa commits the foul. That is his first. And we see Clyde Trapp, the 6'4" senior out of Eastover, South Carolina, started his college career at Clemson. Terrence McBride out front, the graduate, played at Cornell. And the rebound pulled away by Jackson Threadgill, the sophomore from Concord, North Carolina.
And Charlotte's going to be living dangerously if they let Evie have wide open shots like that all day today.
Well, you look at the job Evie and Pierre have done for Rice in the 3 buried by Threadgill.
That's only his 23rd made 3 on the season. 35% three-point shooter.
Last 4 games he has struggled shooting the basketball, but it is a career high field goal percentage and 3-point percentage for him this year. Inside field goal.
Yeah, nice look from McBride. Fiedler down there getting positioned down on the right block. Easy lay-in.
As Scott Pera is telling his team, you got to play a little bit better defense than that. Here's Jameer Young, number 2 in the conference, and scoring the point guard, number 1. A junior out of Hyattsville, Maryland, played at the legendary DeMatha High School. Khalifa fights for it, can't get it. Fiedler's got it. First time in Scott Pera's tenure, he has had depth and experience on his team. Fiedler pops out. He is an outstanding passer, high basketball IQ.
Yeah, it's not very often you see a 6'11" guy lead the team in assists.
McBride a little bit strong. Trapp takes it away from Khalifa. Trapp with the bright yellow shoes. They look like caution cones. No offense, Nike. Khalifa shot, no. Rebound pulled down by Butler. And then Rice gets it back. Fiedler, nice cut to the hole with the left hand.
Yeah, pick and roll is working so far for Rice with Fiedler rolling to the hole. Good find there from Pierre.
You know, you look at Fiedler at 6'11", but this is the 2nd year in a row he's led this team in assists. But he also is able to score at over 10 a game.
And it just shows a lot of the offense is going to be running through him.
Now Khalifa wasn't sure what he wanted to do with it. It's the 3-second call. Let's go back to Max Fiedler.
First roll to the basket. McBride able to find him there. And the next time down the floor, Pierre finds the cutting Fiedler for the easy lay-in.
Fiedler just a sophomore classification. Now, one thing that Rice wanted to do this year is play a little faster. They wanted to spread the floor a little bit more. And they wanted to shoot threes, but they've lost a player like Quincy Oliveri to a wrist injury second half of the UTEP game this year, and that was a big loss. He was averaging almost 10 points a ball game. They may have to check the backboard for a crack after that.
Yeah, Mullins off the mark there a little bit.
Mullins not too far from here. Grand Prairie, Texas, his hometown. Shot by Luka Vasic, redshirt senior out of Serbia. He's coming off a year that he had a knee injury, had to rehab. Pierre, no.
Appears to be a little nerves, I think, from the Rice shooters thus far in the game.
Pierre and Evie get hot. They will go nuts on you. Nice job on the inside. Vasic kept it alive, and they'll set it up again with Jameer Young. Young lets it fly. Well, the teams now combined 5 of 17 shooting in this ball game. And again, you know, a lot of people want to blame it on the arena where we are because of the depth perception. I'm not so sure about that.
No, we've seen a couple of players in this tournament already have really nice shooting efforts.
Nice pass inside, Fiedler.
Yeah, all Rice's points have been at the rim from Fiedler.
How about 3 baskets, 3 assists for Rice so far in this ball game?
And it's all coming off penetration and then or pick and roll with Fiedler getting to the basket.
Unselfish team, over 16 assists a game is what Rice averages. Trapp buries the 3, his 32nd of the season. Man, that's going to be a that's all it took, huh?
That's all it took.
Can you imagine seeing Fiedler?
Just check it off the list. You got to do everything once.
Yeah, well, evidently he's good at it. I've seen video of him. Checking into this game for Charlotte, Robert Braswell, the 4th. Butler inside, switches hands, got his own rebound back, tries it again, second time's a charm.
Yeah, nice job by Butler, taking what he had there, getting down into the paint, left it a little short, but stayed with it. Was able to clean it up and get an easy basket for himself.
Charlotte already 4 offensive rebounds in the game. Butler had 14 versus Rice, the first meeting between the two. Both teams going at it, and somebody almost clipped one of the assistant coaches of Charlotte.
Nice hustle there by Sheffield. Almost came up with that loose ball there.
And again, what you talk about in the open, when you know each other, it's the little things, and that's getting loose balls.
Little 50-50 balls. It looked like it was going to be an easy rebound for Charlotte. They retained possession, but Sheffield still got a finger on it and almost created another possession for his team.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Butler lets it fly, a little bit strong. Carl Pierre with the rebound. 7th in the league in points per game. And it'll be an and 1 for Pierre.
That was an amazing jump stop through 2 defenders here as he drives. Jump stop. Probably not a travel. I don't know about the continuation. You probably could have had an argument that the foul occurred before he planted both feet and went back up. But as it stands, it's a made basket and a 3-point play opportunity here for Pierre.
That's what I saw. I didn't think it was going to be the and 1. I mean, you look at Carl Pierre, and a lot of people think that he's just a 3-point shooter, and for good reason. He had 8 3-pointers made in a game this season. As Riley Abercrombie comes into the lineup, the redshirt sophomore out of Australia, started his college career at Boise State. Another one of those outstanding 3-point shooters. Young. Quite a battle going on underneath with Vasic. That'll work.
Yeah, nice cut there by Braswell. Young finds him cutting to the basket there.
And the lead is at 5.
Charlotte with 5 points here early in the game.
Charlotte 6 points off 4 Rice turnovers so far in this ball game. That's not a good start. And that was the case for Rice, telling us at the start of the game. They said one of the things we're concerned about, we haven't started well and losing 6 of our last 7. And if we don't get off to a good start, it could get an ugly night. But that doesn't mean that the Rice Owls don't have the talent to come back. That should be a travel. That was a Euro-and-a-half step.
Yeah, I think they might have got him for that half step.
Carol Pierre will come back into the lineup. And it's a 5-point lead for Charlotte. The second time these two teams have met in the tournament back in 2016. Charlotte won. That's the last postseason win for Charlotte. This is their 108th season of basketball, by the way, for Charlotte.
I thought that was a really good decision by Vasic right there to take it to the basket and get something a little easier. Even though Poteet ended up contesting it, still should have been an easier shot for him than the 15-footer there. Just wasn't able to quite finish.
Charlotte defense very physical. Vasic is really battling again on the outside. McBride gives it up. Right side, shot won't go down for Abercrombie.
Yeah, Vasic is easily the most physical player out on the court right now.
Oh, by far.
He's taking the soft European persona to a whole nother level the other way.
Well, they wanted to do the pick and roll, and Vasic was actually open. They didn't get it to him, and Khalifa will come back into the lineup. Vasic goes out. He's in a full lather already.
Yeah, you love guys like that on your team.
Absolutely.
You know, he's the guy who's got skin knees in practice every day. Inspires his team to play harder.
So Khalifa comes back in. Rice will have it. Trailing by 5. Nearing the halfway point of the opening half.
And Charlotte hanging on to this 5-point lead, and their 2 leading scorers have only got 2 points between them. Butler with only 2, and Young hasn't even scored yet.
That's pretty amazing. Count the basket. We have a foul.
Nice drive by Mullins there. Absorbing the contact and finishing.
Foul charge to Charlotte's Austin Butler. Butler's first personal foul.
And the foul's going to be on Butler. That'll be his first personal. Mullins from Grand Prairie, Texas. When you talk to the coaching staff about him, they talk about his leadership. They talk about how he's an outstanding defender. Not bad offensively. Over 8 points a ball game. Rebound pulled down by Clyde Trapp. Khalifa gives it up. That should be an offensive foul, and it is. Travis Evie stood in there and took the hit, and Khalifa picks up his second.
Yeah, full marks to Evie for stepping in and taking that charge. Biggest guy in the building just ran over one of the smallest. He took every bit of it, earned that charge going the other way.
Also Barry Francois.
That's the one where you probably want to stay down for just a couple seconds longer.
Absolutely.
Get a couple extra deep breaths before you have to get up and go hard again.
Because you look at Khalifa, not only is he 6'11", they have him down as 230. I think that's being.
Oh, there's no way he's 230.
He's 230.
Yeah, he's got to be a solid 255, 260. That'd be my best guess.
I would think so too. Marvin Cannon's checked into the lineup, number 5 for Charlotte. Redshirt senior out of Richmond, Virginia. Transfer from Washington State. Fiedler now doing battle on the inside, trying to post out Perry Francois. Now Fiedler sets the pick. They want it backdoor with Abercrombie. Abercrombie for 3. Counted!
And a nice pass there from Fiedler. You see why he leads the team in assist. He had an open shot for himself at about 3 or 4 feet. It's just at a tough angle from the baseline there. Spots Abercrombie in the corner, knocks down the 3, and then a turnover here on the other side for Charlotte. Good pick and roll here with Mullins. Fiedler catches it and immediately spots Abercrombie in the corner, who steps into a wide open 3.
That has to do with trust too of your teammate. I mean, you're going to pass it to him even though you're having an open shot. You believe he can hit that.
Well, yeah, he had to get it off too, because that was at the end of the shot clock. Abercrombie would have been in jail if he would have been closed out on.
Abercrombie 43% from the outside. The long 3 rebounded by Trapp. Scoring drought of over 2 minutes and 40 seconds now for Charlotte.
Nice hands by Mullen on defense. Ends up with a steal here.
Now Rice has turned up a notch on their defense. Mullins on the drive. Fiedler fights for it, kept it alive. And a fresh 20 to work with. for Rice. Final of the first meeting between these two, 67-64 back in January. This time Abercrombie can't get it.
Yeah, Abercrombie's a little, that last one went down so easy, he thought he could pull another one real quick. That almost felt like a heat check after only one make.
That's exactly. This is a Charlotte team that also lost Jallow back in February the 5th, former Ohio State player. So they're down somebody that has a lot of experience. And mentioned Coach Sanchez says we wanted to make it fun this year and everything. Workouts, locker room, weight room. Fiedler, not much you can do. Abercrombie pulls it away.
Nice job by Fiedler holding his ground there.
"12 minutes gone by here in the opening half. Entertaining opening half. Pierre to the hole, high off the glass, no.
Rice could have a pretty good lead if they could finish at the rim here. They're just having trouble finishing right now.
Charlotte scoring drought, 4.5 minutes. Rice has missed their last 4. Cannon, no place to go. Shot clock at 5. They're going to have to get something up. Trap, long 3, looks good. Way too. Wow. You might pull something doing that.
Something tells me he stretched in the locker room before coming out, so he was able to do that.
I think he did. Charlotte, though, they've had some problems. Turnovers on 3 of their last 4 possessions. They started out hot, but they're just 2 for their last 18 shooting. Rice, very good with the basketball. No turnovers. Pierre buries the 3.
It's only a matter of time before he starts knocking down threes. Has 94 made threes on the season.
8-0 run. Pierre and Evie, 177 combined 3-pointers. Most of any duo in Rice history.
That's good for 18th nationally.
That's pretty strong.
Made threes for the season for Rice as a team.
I'll tell you, if he gets going, they can get hot. Abercrombie, same spot, did it again, second time in a row. Coach Sanchez has seen enough.
Okay, so another pick and roll to Fiedler, but Fiedler's pass right here is a no-look pass. Completely looked the other way, but we're going to take a look here first at the play before on Pierre's 3 that he knocked down. And then coming back on the next possession, Fiedler pick and roll. No look, he was looking out of the corner of his eye, but his face was looking the other way. Great pass from Fiedler. You can see why he's leading the team in assists for sure.
Well, it's an 11-0 run now as Fiedler comes up with the assist. That's his second of the ball game. And for Charlotte, their last field goal was Braswell's 2 at the 12-16 mark. We'll do the math for you. That's 5 minutes and 53 seconds of a scoring drought. But I think if you're Coach Sanchez and the way he thinks, it's defensively. It's like, okay, we're going to have these droughts, but we've got to stop them.
Yeah, no question. You know, we talked about at the beginning, defense is going to give teams a chance to win, and especially in these conference tournament games. You got to be able to withstand scoring droughts yourself, and you got to make the other team have scoring droughts.
Oh, that's a pretty back down move by Butler out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Butler's strong. He's down there. He's gone down to the block a couple of times now. He's able to finish.
Stephen Hunt, our outstanding statistic man, sitting next to us. Fiedler has scored or assisted on 12 of the 20 Rice points.
Yeah, nice drive there from Terrence McBride, able to coast all the way to the basket and had to really kind of extend that last step to get the scoop in for the layup.
Butler jump stop, may have dragged the foot. Jameer Young.
Yeah, first basket for Young tonight, averages almost 20 a game.
So Ron Sanchez at the beginning of the year said, I'd like to have him be a 50, 40, 80 guy. That's shooting percentage, 3-point, and free throw percentage, and he's pretty close to that.
Nice move from Poteet down there.
Elijah Poteet looks huge, and he's only a freshman at 6'9", 260, out of Reidsville, North Carolina. Rice has hit their last 4 field goal attempts. Young, the southpaw. Quickly up ahead. Mullins reverses hands, gets it.
Wow, that was a tough play, too, going across Butler's face and across the basket to the left side to finish with the left hand.
Boy, Scott Perry is still coaching him up defensively. He's going to be as tired as the players when this is over. They got physical with Butler. He goes down hard.
There's probably no coach in the country happier that they don't have to wear suits and ties to coach games anymore than him, that he can wear the workout gear.
Absolutely. Poteet, by the way, that's his first personal foul. That's the first Rice foul in this game. Can't say I've been to a lot of college games. You've played almost 16 minutes and you didn't have any fouls. Here is Butler. Spent some time at Holy Cross, the grad transfer, career high field goal percentage this season. He does have the ability to score. Averages over 12.5, but the last couple of games he's up that to 14. Third most famous thing from Latrobe. Number one,
beer.
Arnold.
Okay.
Then beer. Boy, you were real quick on the beer line. You didn't even think about Arnie.
I didn't think about Arnie. I missed that one, unfortunately. Especially since I have a golf tie on in a basketball event right now.
Very good. That's good. Lead cut down to a half a dozen. Closing in on 4 minutes to play here in the opening half. Poteet, nice feed inside. Abercrombie has it rejected. Couple of players got a hand on it. I think it was Braswell that got the biggest paw.
Nice job there.
Butler backs down, no. Will be the 49ers ball. Young. Good ball movement by Charlotte. Inside, Garcia, no. Big rebound by the freshman.
Yeah, great rebound going to get that one from Poteet. Just snatched it right out of there.
Rice started out 3 of 8 shooting. They're over 50% since then at 8 of 15. Pierre. That is a big body.
Yeah, he did a nice job of catching and gaining his composure down there and his balance, and just clearing out as he pivoted with the left arm, just cleared out enough space to just lay it in there.
I tell you, Elijah Poteet's got some guns on him too.
And Garcia is not a small human being that he moved out of the way too.
Nice play defensively. Mullins jumps up, gets the steal. We go inside of 3 minutes to play here in the opening half.
The second time Mullins has done that tonight.
Yeah.
Just being active on the defensive end.
Maybe they should realize he's got some hops on the reverse. No, Poteet, what a follow by the freshman.
Yeah, nice job coming down the lane there. As Evie went to the opposite side, just flipped it back up off the glass and just fell right to Poteet, who laid it in. I thought he was going to come down with it and then go back up with it, but he didn't. Nice athletic move to just flip it right back in there.
8-point lead for Rice, their biggest of the game. Poteet tried to protect the baseline, and it hits the roll. Garcia with a little bit of touch.
And Garcia giving Poteet a little of his own medicine there, moving him out of the way this time to create some space.
Well, Poteet, 6 of the last 8 points for Rice. Here's Poteet again on the drive. Count it and send the rookie to the line.
Wow, what a move for the big fella. He's doing everything out there right now. Fiedler's about to check in for him, and he's up. He was just sitting down waiting to check in. He stood up on both feet and is clapping for his teammate.
And Poteet will go to the line, having a whale of a first half. Poteet's career high is 18. He had it at UAB. He's got 8 so far tonight. And that's the most points he's had since the UAB game on February the 17th. And we've got a whistle and a foul.
Number 3, Travis Evie.
And that'll be on Evie.
Yeah, that was a coach's call from the sideline. They wanted to get Fiedler back in the game and give Poteet a rest after the missed free throw there.
10-point advantage inside of 2.
Rice with only 3 team fouls, so it didn't really hurt him on the fouls there.
Fiedler with a rebound. That's his 4th. We really haven't seen the two-headed monster of the backcourt of Pierre and Evie really explode yet for Rice. Fiedler. They showed the double. Shot clock at 7. Pull-up jump. Nice job knocking it away. Trap.
Yeah, Evie's had a tough start to this game. Hadn't scored yet. Averaging over 14 a game.
Young baseline off the glass softly. No. Pulled away by Terrence McBride, the graduate from Linwood, California, and Cornell. Mullins from the corner. Inside of a minute. Trap. And that's going to be charged on Fiedler. Looks like he just stepped on his foot.
Yeah, that's a tough call against Fiedler. Not much you can do in that position. So that's going to be a foul every time if the player goes down and there was contact, even if it is the foot.
Butler takes a dive. Probably a little bit of moisture on the floor. Deep in the corner and buried the 3. Robert Braswell, his 47th of the season.
It's a good looking stroke there from Braswell.
And
I bet it was the best thing. I bet it was awesome.
Yeah, awesome. And even some of the Marshall band, to their credit, came over and even played a little bit with them.
That's pretty cool.
He said, okay, we're not going to not have a band. We'll have me. Evie. Fiedler, and there's going to be a foul called. That's going to be on Cannon, I believe.
Marvin Cannon. Cannon's first personal.
That'll be his first personal 16 foul.
That's a break for Rice here. They didn't have anything cooking there with about 7 to go on the shot clock, and now with the shot clock reset, they can hold for the last shot here in the first half.
Fiedler looked like he wasn't sure what he wanted to do with the ball. And they run it down. Fiedler sets the pick. He rolls on the drive. High archer, no, and that
in the second half. So I expect them to come out and make a lot more baskets here in the second half.
Rice plus 8 points in the paint, but if you're Charlotte, you have to find a way to get Jameer Young going. Only 6 field goal attempts. He only made 1. Same thing for Travis Evie of Rice. He's 0 for 5. And between Evie and Carl Pierre, they're a combined 2 of 10 shooting.
And Young trying to do a little too much there, trying to thread the needle on a pass, and Fiedler's able to come up with a steal.
Fiedler sees the double. French pastry pass.
That got tipped, but I'm still going to give him credit for the great imagination throwing it, and because it still got home for the easy layup. What a pass from Fiedler.
Fiedler's got 3 assists. I think that may trump the no look.
Well, I mean, I guess that's technically a no look. He didn't even.
You're right.
He just felt Butler coming for the double team. He knew his teammate was wide open on the other side.
And the lead is stretched to 9. They've led by as many as 10. Fiedler thought he had Mullins cutting, didn't get him. Mullins on the drive, has it rejected by Butler. They get it back, the 3, no. Pulled down by Trap.
Well, Scott Parra almost fell over. He was wanting that one to go down so badly.
One thing about Young, he's not going to force it. No. Khalifa rebound and the sky hook.
That's some bonus points right there. I'm shocked that Fiedler didn't get a better box out on Khalifa on that one.
Okay, one thing Khalifa does well that people don't realize, assists. He's 3.5 assists. But he uses that big body also on the inside. 2 minutes gone by. Fiedler, he's going to be fouled by Khalifa. And Khalifa, that'll be foul number 3.
Here's that no-look pass earlier. He kind of sees him. He's going to be there. Then he sees the double team coming. He's like, yep, I know my teammate's down there. Just a little flip over behind the head here.
That's sweet.
That's what a pass.
He got a smile out of him too, like, yeah, I thought I'd pull it.
That's one of those that if it doesn't, you know, he's good enough passer, coach will probably still keep him in the game. Absolutely. But coach will not be happy if those don't get home.
Fiedler now 7 points, 5 rebounds. Trying to get his 10th double-double of the season. He's got a couple of 20-point games this year. Good free throw shooter at 71%. And Fiedler now has scored or assisted on 16 of Rice's 36 points. Young on the drive, got it.
Maybe that'll get him going here. Circled all the way around to finally find an opening to get to the basket. Finished with the offhand.
For the last 5 games, Young has hit the 20-point mark, and in that span, he's averaged almost 21 and a half. Inside, count it.
Yeah, nice job by Pierre. Giving the fake once he got the pass on the backdoor cut. Letting the defender fly by and then rising up and finishing.
I think Pierre also wanted maybe a little contact on that. Young, Khalifa rolls. Nice pass. Butler uses the left hand to make space and gets the 2.
Yeah, he's tough around the basket.
Well, he was 6 of 8 versus Rice in the first meeting between these two teams. Here's Fiedler. That time he faked. Another great pass inside. Mullins, no. Gets it back, tries it again, and just muscles his way in.
Boy, that was a tough play by Mullins. Gets blocked the first time, gets it right back, and just goes up stronger the second time. Finishes over Butler.
Butler cuts back door. They would have had that because Carl Pierre had his back turned, never saw the pass coming, just couldn't connect with it. Poteet comes back into the lineup.
Boy, as good as Fiedler's playing, now you sub in Poteet, who's 4 out of 4 from the floor tonight for 8 points, and Rice is just not losing much offensively, bringing Poteet back in tonight.
Well, one thing that Coach Ron Sanchez said, he said the only way we can be successful if we are really good defensively. Look for them to kick up the defense here with the remaining 16 minutes. Evie out front. Still looking for his first basket. Whistle and a foul away from the hoop. That's going to be on Clyde Trapp. Number 1 on him.
Hasn't been a lot of whistles throughout the entire game here.
Oh, really?
Just 13 fouls called so far.
That'll work. Trapp's going to go out. Four minutes gone by here in the second half. 9-point lead by the Royce Owls. Little hesitation by Pierre. Gives it up. Inside, Poteet. Couple of moves, strong moves. Butler takes it away.
Khalifa did a really nice job down there, not letting Poteet move him out of the way.
A little bit of a scrambling D. Still got a lot of time left in this ball game.
You know, only 5 turnovers thus far for Rice, too. That's a stat that you want to keep an eye on as well. If they can keep hanging on to the ball and not having any turnovers, it's going to make it really difficult for Charlotte to dig out of this 9-point hole.
Well, Poteet just picked up his 3rd personal foul. And Fiedler is quickly up off the bench. I tell you, Butler has been so impressive, his physicality. He is not afraid to mix it up. He was a 4-year starter at Holy Cross.
Holy Cross is where I started my career.
Is it really?
First, I played 1 year there before transferring to TCU for my last 3.
Why'd you transfer?
You know, it's a little too cold in Worcester for me. Butler lasted 4 years, though.
There you go.
He's tougher than I am.
I'm impressed. Fiedler right inside, had it. Khalifa may have had him hesitate just a little bit.
Yeah, Fiedler wishes he had that one back, I'm sure. Layup he has to finish.
Fiedler switches, but then has to go find Khalifa again. Butler, nice little spin move inside. I tell you, you want 5 players like Austin Butler on your team. Just total bulldogs.
You wouldn't want to have to play against the 5 of those guys, that's for sure, as hard as he plays. As soon as he misses, he's just discarding guys and going for the rebound, getting on the floor.
I tell you, I think he'd be a member of the Tub Club after a game.
Nothing better than an ice bath after a game.
As hard as that young man is playing, he would deserve it. Young's pull up, short armed it a little bit. Look who's there. Butler, no. Tip, Khalifa.
Ali Khalifa.
Yeah, Young just can't buy a bucket tonight.
No.
But his team only down 7 here.
And it's been over 2 minutes since Rice has been able to knock one home. Evie with 8 to shoot. Fiedler sees the double from Butler. Oh, another French pastry. Oh, my. Shot clock goes off. Charlotte comes out with it. Here comes Butler. Nice little hesitation. Sees a little bit of an opening. What a play by Austin Butler. I tell you, the one thing that also stands out, fundamentally sound. I mean, little things like jab steps, the pump thing.
Don't see enough of all that these days.
No. Shot clock at 15. Fiedler, great position inside and completes it. Vasic just let him get on his hip, and that was all over after that.
Yeah, it was another nice pass from McBride. Over the top. Tough angle from the top of the key. But he's able to get it home to Fiedler.
Vasic thought about it. Drives on Fiedler. Stops. No. Right in the middle again is Butler. Can't get it. Ball comes out of the pack.
And Fiedler had to wait because he had 3 fouls. Didn't want to pick up that 4th foul there.
And that's going to be a 3-shot foul. Evie goes down as Butler got a piece of him.
Butler's 2nd personal foul, the 3rd 49er team foul.
That's number 2 on Butler.
At the line for the Owls, Travis Evie. Evie at the strike with 3 shots.
And Evie has a chance for 3 free throws. Still 0 for 5 from the floor. Honorable mention, All Conference USA, Travis Evie. Last year he was newcomer of the year in Conference USA.
And gets his first points of the night here at the free throw line.
Evie 85% from the stripe. He's upped his points, his assists, and his free throw percentage from last year.
He's just having a tough night. I bet he hadn't gone 1 for 3 from the free throw line.
No.
Maybe in his career. 85% free throw shooter.
Opens the door again for Charlotte. Pull up, Young, no, short. They'll try it again. Trapp thought about the 3. Waits for the offense to help him out.
Shocked that he didn't pull the trigger there. A lot of times when those long offensive rebounds, stepping into a 3-pointer where you're already facing the basket is the easiest shot you're going to get.
Braswell for 3, no. That's like offensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds, great place to shoot a 3.
Absolutely.
And Charlotte's got 12 offensive boards so far in this game. They average about 7. Ali Khalifa will check back into the lineup from the right side. Count it.
Pierre, nice drive there. Finishing with the right hand.
Now Pierre's got a dozen. That matches their biggest lead of the game at 10. Inside, that is just flat out hard work by Jahmir Young.
Yeah, Charlotte's going to need him to start get going here.
Well, one thing Young has been At Charlotte, he's been consistent every year.
Sometimes all you need to do is see a basket go through, whether it's at the free throw line or not.
Fiedler, another nifty pass. Carl Pierre, no. Fiedler, offensive rebound. But he throws it away. Only the 6th turnover against the Owls tonight. Young, tough fall away. Fiedler pulls it away. Closing in on 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Fiedler, another assist and a slam dunk by Carl Pierre.
Yeah, that offense, you can see just he catches it at the elbow, extended a little bit every time, Fiedler, and that backdoor cut is available quite often for Pierre. Done it a couple times now, and that one ends in a big-time jam.
Fiedler, 5 assists in the ball game. Rebound pulled away by McBride. Pierre, 8 points so far in the second half. And we're at the halfway point. Pierre tried to do a little bit.
I'm shocked he doesn't have a higher number than 7 on the career high assists.
Now Rice is on the march, trying to get their first semifinal since 2007. Started out the year hot. They struggled lately. Young shot, no. Rebound pulled away by Carl Pierre.
Nice shot by Pierre Skying for that rebound.
Lead is 10. Charlotte is only one of their last 7. Fiedler now helps with a pick. Shot clock at 5. He rolls. On Khalifa, very tough shot. Got it!
What a game Fiedler's having. Up to 12 points now. Tough turnaround shot there.
Well, Butler, Khalifa, and Young have all 12 of Charlotte's points here in the second half. And Butler's got it now. Shot clock at 12. Butler backing down. He lost the handle. That was a good defensive effort by Mullins. I'm not sure if he punched at the ball or not and got it.
It might have got it. Might have hit it off his own knee.
Evie
just can't get loose for an open look tonight.
They've been all over him. Done a nice job. Shot clock at 4 on the penetration and the drive. Didn't hit the rim. Butler comes out of the pack. 2-on-1. Nice pass to the hole. That should be a goaltend.
So that was a great play by Butler, getting the ball on the defensive end, but then not resting on there and just bringing the ball to the floor. He pushed and forced the issue there, created that 2-on-1, which leads to an easy basket here. Pushing out an easy basket for Young here. Definitely goaltending. But that was all created by Butler pushing the pace and forcing the issue after getting the rebound down here on the other end.
Butler 10 points, 12 rebounds, a couple of assists, and a block. Inside to Poteet. Butler right there. Khalifa may have got a piece of him. That'll be number 4 on Khalifa. Let's go back to Butler's defense.
Yeah, this is the play right before the fast break. Contests very well, grabs a rebound, but see, he gets it out and just pushes out and gets way out in front of Fiedler right away, which leads to Young getting the goaltended layup. Butler wasting all his energy on tonight's game.
Well, when you know this may be your last game of your college career, you lay it all down.
No doubt about it.
Poteet at the line. He has been a difference tonight with 8 points, 4 rebounds. Playing again with 3 personal fouls, but the big freshman doing a good job. And the lead goes to 11. The biggest has been 12. Biggest lead for Charlotte was 7. That was in the first quarter when they opened up a 7-0 run to start the game. Young, no place to go. They leave Vasic open. No. Butler right in the middle of it, poking the ball.
With Poteet and Fiedler both scoring down low.
Young catch, shoot, 3.
Young now up to double digits, up to 11 points. Starting to heat up a little bit. He only had 2 at halftime. Charlotte's going to need a lot more of that for them to get back in this game here. Plenty of time, though.
Evie just hasn't got it tonight.
Yeah, that was off. Way off.
That was way off.
Not even online.
0 for 6 for Evie in the ball game. Fiedler's not got to try to cover Young. No, but he does get the rebound. And Vasic comes flying out of the pass.
Fiedler's running the floor looking for, doesn't quite get it. Now he was looking to get Vasic on the floor on the other end. He's telling Evie, let's push, let's push. Exactly. I'm running the floor, let's go.
Fiedler 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Nice ball movement in the corner. Abercrombie, another 3. His third of the ball game.
Yeah, he hasn't missed in that right corner tonight. 3 for 3.
I think before the game he went out and put a little masking tape down on those spots.
You know, that's the toughest shot in the gym by a mile also, because it's you don't have the curtain backdrop. All you have is about 50 yards of backdrop behind it going to the stands.
That is a great point. Lead goes to 11. Shot clock at 3. Vasic, no, will air ball. Good job defensively by Rice. Let's look at the passing of the Rice Owls.
Yeah, nice recognition by Fiedler to begin with and dribble out of that double team instead of trying to pass out of it. Creates the angle to get it all the way over to, I believe it was McBride, who kicked it over to Abercrombie, who knocks down another 3 there. His 3rd of the game.
10 assists for Rice in the game, and what is really surprising is you look over at Charlotte, they have not had 1 assist tonight. I don't think I've done a game like that.
No, that's it. They've got 5.
Oh, 5. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was going to try to fact check you on that one too. I know they've had a couple of assists. Good hand in the passing lane there by Trapp. Almost knocked it the other way down the floor. Would have been an easy layup for him.
You know who got the ball? Dave Torchett, former Portland Trailblazer, now does radio for Old Dominion. He was a heck of a player, also was in management in the WNBA. He's in the bottom of your screen there with the blue sweater on. And Rice adds some more. They lead by 13. That is the biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, big shot there from McBride. Extending this lead here as we get closer to 5 minutes left of the game. Charlotte's going to have to start getting stops on the defensive end and converting on the offensive end.
Trapp, tough shot, no. Khalifa kept it alive. Good job corralling the rebound. Braswell off the mark, whistle and a foul. And Evie may have taken it in the face. Foul's going to be on Trapp. That'll be his 2nd personal foul.
Yeah, Charlotte's going to be crashing the boards really hard here down the stretch, trying to manufacture points however they can.
Well, Coach Sanchez knows that. He has done such a great job at Charlotte. He said he values the same things that Tony Bennett did, not only on the floor, but also in the locker room. Great philosophy inside, but the defense breaks down McBride with an easy 2. Another great pass.
Yeah, it's a great slip from McBride. Also on the back screen to Pierre, who's stepping out to the 3-point line. He just slips it and goes right to the basket. Good recognition from Fiedler to hit him for the easy basket.
And that'll stop a 7-0 run by Rice. And Fiedler will be called for the foul. And here's the pass again.
Now, you can't see the action on the backside, but he's coming to set a back screen there. Fiedler, or excuse me, McBride is just cuts to the basket instead, slips it. Nice recognition by both guys.
Now Fiedler 6 assists in the ball game, 1 off from tying his career high. But the lead still a dozen for Rice. Rice coming off their first winning season in 4 years. Trying to make it back-to-back. Nice little stop to the hole. Count it. What a move on the inside.
Yeah, nice finish from Mullins. I was impressed also with Fiedler at the top of the key. He held that ball for like 10 seconds. He didn't feel pressured. A lot of times guys get a hold of the ball and they feel like they got to get rid of it. They got to get rid of it. He doesn't, and he waits until McBride comes around or excuse me, Mullins comes around. He's able to get him going to the basket. Finishes for the and one. The biggest lead of the night here for Rice.
And Fiedler's going to get a little bit of a breather with 4:10 to play. Again, you start thinking about how we're going to save these guys' legs. Fiedler, by the way, leaves still with 6 assists in the ball game.
Yeah, Fiedler's only a sophomore, so that makes him like 20 years old. I think he's going to be okay tomorrow to play. These guys bounce back, especially when the season's on the line.
As Hubie Brown once said to me, no
guy, he's having that type of game.
And he has been entertaining as all get out, too, tonight.
Yeah, a couple of no-look passes. Put together the whole highlight package just on him tonight.
Absolutely. Poteet struggling from the line tonight, just 1 of 4, but the lead is still 14. And now Charlotte's got to manufacture some offense, but you have the players to do it. That's one of them in Young. He can't find the range. Young just 6 of 19 today shooting.
Yeah, he's got 12 points here in the second half, but sometimes there's just not enough gas left in the tank.
And considering Young shoots 48% normally from the floor. They poke it away, shot clock inside of 8. Pull up, long shot, buried. Timely shot by Carl Pierre.
Yeah, nice job on offense, running a little bit of clock, still getting a good shot out of the set. Extending the lead to 16 with 3 minutes to go now. Young has one go in and out.
Khalifa inside to Butler. He just lost the handle. It should belong to Rice, and it does. Inside of 3 to play. Fiedler will come back in the lineup. Fiedler will check in. 1 assist away from tying his career high of 7.
Charlotte's going to have to start looking to extend the game here a little bit, put a little pressure.
Fiedler.
17 fouls, so as they get down the stretch here, they'll have 2 more opportunities to put Rice on the line for 1-and-1s.
Mullins will take his time.
This is the one rule change in the last 10 years that I wish we had when we were playing, that you didn't have a 5-second closely guarded rule.
I agree.
That was a great rule change.
Mullins inside. What a move on Butler.
Yeah, Mullins just dribbling out the clock and then taking it down and getting the easy layup, and tournament thus far as well from Max.
How about that? 2 rebounds away from a double-double and an assist away from a career high. But I think Max Fiedler is saying, don't care about that. I want to play tomorrow.
Yeah, all they're worried about is that clock ticking down. 2 minutes and 21 more seconds. And get into the hotel, get some dinner.
There you go.
Probably watch a little bit of film on North Texas. Get some rest, get ready to go tomorrow.
Grant McCaslin has done such an outstanding job putting together that huge win streak this season up in Denton. Another quality, not only coach, but individual. That's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah, Rice will have, Evie didn't really have a good game today, and he's their second leading scorer. And, they've obviously still found a way to have a really nice game. You get him on track, and the rest of the guys have games like they had tonight. They'll be able to make some noise in this tournament.
All right. It begins with defense, and they'll almost throw it away. Nice recovery by Mullins. And they're going to have to foul him. And that'll be Marvin Cannon reaching out and touching somebody.
McBride just looked at Pierre and was like, he's kind of one of those like, oh man, we got lucky on that one.
big time lucky.
Checked in Ali Khalifa.
And Mullins will be at the line to shoot a couple.
At the line.
Mullins 10 points tonight, 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
You know, when it's all said and done for Rice here, all these guys, they did not go very deep on the bench tonight. A lot of heavy minutes.
Played 8 guys tonight.
But 3 of them have 9 minutes, 10 minutes, and 2 minutes. And the rest of them are over 30 minutes.
30. And again, you don't want to save minutes for Saturday if you're not playing.
That's exactly right.
Here's Butler, launches the 3. He's got a pretty shot, and he buries it.
Now squared up, good-looking stroke there from Butler.
13 for Butler, his first from beyond the arc. Less than 2. Nice job defensively. Up ahead, Trap looks, and he's got it and one.
You know, the last place you want to pick up the ball is when you get across half court. For if you're Rice, you allow yourself to get trapped, ends up in a steal, going the other way. Trap almost loses control of the ball there. Pierre probably should just got out of the way. Don't give him an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Well, that's the second on Pierre, 7th team foul against Rice. Clyde Trapp will go to the line.
Just like that, it can be down to an 11-point game. Quick 6 points here for Charlotte.
And there's an eternity left.
Yeah, minute 48 left.
Well, it will take an hour.
It's a long
with all
time.
the reviews and the timeouts. You're exactly right. And that's going to be a foul. You saw that coming. Trapp just leaning.
And if you're Rice, Evie's the guy you want on the line, shooting 85% from the free throw line, but he's also only 1 for 3 tonight from the free throw line.
I think Khalifa will come back into the lineup. Scott Parris says, gentlemen, I want everybody on the other side of the timeline during this free throw. McBride kind of sneaks over.
I think McBride's allowed to come up a little tighter and put a little backcourt pressure himself just to slow it down just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Take off a little bit of time. Rice, normally a good free throw shooting team, kind of struggled tonight, less than 50%, but they have the lead by 13. Butler from way downtown, and he got.
And what a luxury to have as the coach, have an 85% free throw shooter. Even though he's had a struggling from the field 0 for 6, he's still able to come in and knock down free throws down the stretch, keep your lead at a dozen.
Pull-up jumper, another 3 on the way. No. Fielder fights for it. He and Khalifa tie it up, and the possession arrow belongs to Charlotte.
It's a nice job by Khalifa running down, knowing that Fiedler was going to get that rebound, just going to where he was going to come down with it so he could tie him up.
But Charlotte is still alive. You can hear Scott Parris saying 1 rebound, 1 rebound. Khalifa, he'll launch the 3, looks good, and he buries it.
Ali Khalifa with 3.
Boy, you put Butler's 2 threes. Khalifa hits the 3.
I mean, that's Khalifa's 20th made 3 on the season, so he's capable of shooting 35% as well.
And it's a 12-4 run now by Charlotte.
And in very little time, too. About a minute off the clock.
And now they're going to take their time and shoot a little bit of free throws. Just a reminder, UTEP and ODU coming up next. We'll have that about 30 minutes following the conclusion of this game right here on ESPN Plus Big 12 Now. Or ESPN Plus, I should say. Can't say we've been doing a little Big 12 games, too. Evie at the line. He has hit from the stripe. The lead is still in double digits. Evie 7 of 9 now from the free throw line. Closing in on 110 on the drive. They just want to get some kind of points. Khalifa battles for it. Can't get it. Taken away and out of the pack. Here comes Evie. Evie, nice little spin move, and Khalifa will commit his 5th personal foul.
Just a little unfortunate there. Trapp had a shot right at the basket. Doesn't go down. Could have cut it to 9. Now Evie with the chance to pretty much put this one out of reach.
And Evie back to the stripe. And now they're debating who they're going to put in. Not much of a debate. It's got to be Vasic, but Scott Parris' squad. Outstanding effort tonight. Shooting over 50% from the floor.
Back in the line, Travis Evie.
It basically looks like they basically have done the exact same thing that Charlotte did to them at Rice earlier in their earlier meeting.
Exactly. Charlotte, though, just had struggles shooting the basketball tonight, just 35%.
Only 8 turnovers for Rice as well. Did a nice job hanging on to the ball. Can win a lot of games by doing that as well.
And Evie's made 7 of his last 8 free throw attempts. 60 seconds to play in the ball game. 12-point advantage. Nice job by Fiedler. Tips it, and it goes off the hands of Young.
That's all scouting right there, knowing the play that Charlotte likes to run to get a wide open 3 for Young. Fiedler's able to jump the passing lane and get a deflection.
Now Trapp's going to go out. Cannon will come back into the lineup. Butler's going to go out. And I think that may be it for Butler, but what a night for him. 16 points, came in to hit those 2 threes late in this quarter. And his effort was outstanding.
Oh, turnover here. Young got his hand in there. He's able to get the steal.
Happen. Cannon launches. Cannon doesn't get it. Rebound pulled away by Mullins. And we've got a whistle and a foul, and Butler's going to come back in. You keep coaching to the end.
Absolutely. Keep fighting to the end, too. I don't mind. You see a lot of teams sometimes down 12 or so like this with 45 seconds to go. Stop fouling, stop trying to extend the game. Like, I never understood why.
I know.
Just extend it. Guys can get really cold from the free throw line. It's not automatic they're going to make them.
I think it was a long time ago, back in the early 90s, in an NBA game I was doing, and it was like a 5-point lead with 4 seconds left, and I said, this game's over.
Uh-oh.
Guess what?
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Wasn't. I remember a game also where Tracy McGrady scored 13 points in like 30 seconds by himself. Stranger things have happened.
Never say a game's over till you hear the horn. Now Charlotte just takes their time coming over before they pick up the ball. Here comes Butler. He'll launch another long 3. Almost got it again. And I think that's going to do it. Charlotte's starting to back up, but what a big win for the Owls of Rice.
Little redemption here. After Charlotte took one on Rice's home floor earlier in the year, Rice lives to fight another day against #1 seed North Texas tomorrow night.
Rice outscored Charlotte by 7 in the first half, by 7 in the second half. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Coach Perrin gets the opportunity to advance to round number 2. Coach McCaslin of North Texas in the audience. He is on the far side just watching this game, and he knows that the way these guys play, got their hands full.